There is a morning ritual that millions of people practice without fully understanding what occurs inside their organism when they execute it. It involves something as simple as squeezing half a yellow citrus fruit into a glass of lukewarm water and drinking it before ingesting any food. What seems like a daily gesture actually triggers a cascade of biochemical processes that directly affect one of the most hardworking and underestimated organs of the human body, the hepatic gland, that silent motor that works tirelessly while we sleep, while we eat, and while we live. Today we are going to unravel what science really has to say about this practice. No mysticism, no empty promises, only evidence, reasoning, and well-applied curiosity. The liver is a portentous organ. It weighs approximately 1.5 kilograms in a healthy adult and houses more than 500 verified functions. Among its most well-known tasks are the neutralization of toxic substances, the production of bile to break down dietary fats, the synthesis of essential proteins for blood clotting, and the storage of glycogen as immediate energy reserves. Without a liver in optimal condition, the entire organism enters a decline. The fruit of the lemon tree contains a notable concentration of citric acid, vitamin C, flavonoids such as hesperidin and diosmin, and limonoid compounds that have sparked the interest of researchers across the planet. When this juice enters the digestive system on an empty stomach, its interaction with the organism is qualitatively different than when it arrives accompanied by other foods. The first notable effect occurs in the upper digestive tract. The acidic component of the citrus stimulates the production of saliva, and upon reaching the stomach, favors the secretion of gastric juices. Many people assume that something acidic damages the stomach, but in healthy people, the reality is the opposite. The acidity of the lemon functions as a trigger that prepares the system for the coming digestion. This preparation includes signals that reach the pancreas and, crucially, the liver. The hepatic organ receives the signal to begin producing bile with greater intensity. Bile is a greenish fluid manufactured continuously by hepatic cells called hepatocytes and stored in the gallbladder until it is required. When the stimulus of citric acid arrives, the gallbladder contracts and releases that liquid into the small intestine. This optimizes the emulsification of fats, meaning their fragmentation into smaller particles so that pancreatic enzymes can digest them with greater efficiency. An adequate biliary flow also contributes to avoiding the formation of stones in the gallbladder, a condition that afflicts hundreds of millions of people worldwide. The ascorbic acid present in lemon juice is a powerful water-soluble antioxidant. The liver is one of the tissues with the highest demand for antioxidants, precisely because it processes toxins, metabolizes drugs, and neutralizes free radicals generated by intense biochemical reactions. Studies examining the relationship between vitamin C and hepatic health suggest that an adequate availability of this nutrient protects hepatocytes from oxidative deterioration, which is one of the underlying mechanisms for the development of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition colloquially known as fatty liver. Limonoids are phytochemical compounds found in high concentrations in the skin and pulp of citrus fruits. In the lemon specifically, these derivatives have been studied for their anti-inflammatory properties and for their possible ability to modulate hepatic enzymes of the detoxification system, known as cytochrome P450. This enzymatic system is primarily responsible for metabolizing not only drugs, but also environmental carcinogens and other potentially harmful molecules. Some studies in experimental models have shown that limonoids can induce the expression of detoxifying enzymes that expand the liver's capacity to neutralize harmful substances. Research in humans is still limited, but the signals emerging from the laboratory are promising. The metabolic impact of the morning consumption of lemon water also involves the liver indirectly through hydration. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep without ingesting liquids, the organism wakes up in a state of mild dehydration. The liver, like all body tissues, needs water to function normally. Starting the day with an intake of water, even if it contains an acidic component, contributes to restoring the water balance and allows the first hours to pass with greater metabolic efficiency. Now, it is appropriate to be rigorous because scientific honesty requires pointing out the limits of this analysis. A medium lemon provides approximately 30 to 50 milligrams of vitamin C. The recommended daily dose for an adult ranges between 70 and 90 milligrams, In other words, the juice of half a lemon does not by itself cover the totality of ascorbic acid needs, although it contributes appreciably. This does not invalidate the potential benefits, but it does place the practice in its proper dimension. It is a positive contribution within a healthy lifestyle, not a miracle remedy or a substitute for any medical intervention. People with active gastritis, severe gastroesophageal reflux, or peptic ulcers should consult a health professional before adopting this practice. For most healthy individuals, however, the ritual of lemon water on an empty stomach represents no risk and does offer a set of benefits backed by verifiable biochemical mechanisms. A practical aspect that often goes unnoticed is that the temperature of the water matters. Excessively cold water can hinder the absorption of nutrients. Water that is too hot can degrade part of the vitamin C, which is sensitive to heat. The ideal temperature is lukewarm, close to body temperature, which guarantees that the active compounds of the lemon reach the organism intact. It is also worth mentioning tooth enamel. Citric acid in prolonged contact can erode it over time. The practical recommendation is to drink the lemon water in one go and rinse with pure water afterward. Wait at least 30 minutes before brushing your teeth because enamel recently exposed to acid becomes temporarily more vulnerable to mechanical abrasion. The final balance of everything covered today. Lemon juice on an empty stomach stimulates the production and release of bile, optimizing lipid digestion. It provides vitamin C that protects hepatocytes from oxidative damage and acts as a cofactor in multiple enzymatic reactions. Its limonoids interact with the hepatic detoxification system in ways that science is beginning to understand with greater precision, and its aqueous component contributes to breaking the overnight fast with the hydration the organism needs to start the day in optimal conditions. All of this is wrapped in a gesture that takes no more than 30 seconds. Nature has an amazing capacity to hide biochemical complexity behind simple forms. A lemon, that everyday object resting in any kitchen in the world, carries with it centuries of popular wisdom that modern science is learning to decode with the tools of the 21st century. If this exploration of the science behind your morning habits changed the way you look at the simple fruits in your kitchen, please subscribe and like the channel. We are unearthing the biological history and the hidden mechanisms of the body that often go unnoticed. Plant the seeds for your future health. The next treasure of knowledge will be opened soon.